What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm sitting here in front of Thunder Alley Cycles. I could not think of a better place to go that was going to be somewhat quiet. It's a beautiful day outside. Went for a little ride. I've been back for 3 days now. You're probably like, well, Robbie, where did you go? Charlevoix, Michigan. You know, I released a video yesterday on Saturday, and we had been getting really consistent on the channel here, releasing videos every Sunday. And that's something that I really strive to do. And I just felt it be necessary that I release this video today for you guys, everybody that is a part of the stiffrides community, stiffrides nation. I don't know, whatever we don't have to call it anything like that. You guys are just, you're here, you're along for the ride, tuning in every video, watching, commenting, all that stuff. I've gained a lot of really amazing relationships with some really phenomenal people that I've met, not only just from riding motorcycles, but with this channel, with stiffrides. And I am extremely grateful for all of you guys. And I think for me, what I've noticed within the last week, because there's been a lapse of 2 weeks from the last video that I uploaded yesterday, I kind of feel not pressured, but I kind of feel obligated to release a video for you guys. The only reason you're watching the channel is because I'm doing something that you enjoy. I mean, obviously we share a common bond in riding motorcycles, but whatever secret sauce it is that I've found in the last year and a half of doing YouTube is working. So, you know, I thought it'd be necessary to let you guys know where I've been for the last week, why there's been a lapse in time from putting a video out, you know, what's been going on. So yesterday was really cool. I was on a live stream with Ken, Lone Cowboy Adventures. They were doing a clutch replacement on one of his buddy's street glides. And my phone went off, and I was looking at it and just so happened to notice that he was live, and I saw a bike in the background, a couple of guys working on a bike, and I was like, shit, I'm a sucker for working on Harleys, working on motorcycles, so, you know, I'm gonna watch this. And that's what I did. And, you know, Ken is one of those guys that I've established a relationship with. I've never met this dude outside of YouTube. And it's so cool, friendships that you build on two wheels. Even if you've never met somebody, but you know you share that interest, that love for motorcycles, and you have that common bond. Ken and I have had some really great conversations, some deep conversations. And he was one of the individuals that I let in on what was going on. I felt bad I hadn't been, you know, chiming in on his videos. I was completely turned off from any social media, whether it be my TikTok, my Facebook, YouTube. Obviously, YouTube is the most important to me and you guys in this channel, but the whole reason for that is two Fridays ago, I was informed from a family member that was passing away. They requested my presence. They wanted me to be there. And I was one of 3 total individuals that was there. Out of respect for this family member, they didn't want anything on social media or anything like that. So I'm not going to name names or my, you know, relationship or what they were to me or what I was to them. But I am going to let you know that I was with a family member as they were going through the last stages of their life. And, you know, for me, I never dreamed in a million years that this person would request me to be there while they were going through that. And I was honored, completely blown away. But at the same time, it was something that I needed too in my life. You know, I've been going through a lot of stuff. We're all going through a lot of stuff. We just had the election, and it's funny because while the outcome of this election was the same as it was in 2016, I found myself in the same place in 2016 for a family member up in northern Michigan. They had just passed away, and the result of the election was the same. And I find it ironic that a presidential election was going on. So 8 years pretty much to the day. But this whole scenario and situation really made me think about a lot of things. It made me think about you guys. It made me think about what I've been achieving here on YouTube. YouTube is not an easy thing to conquer and accomplish and pick up traction on. It's a very slow burn, and I've learned this from a lot of fellow YouTubers that I've created relationships with. This weekend, as a matter of fact, I was supposed to go on the Three Twisted Sisters ride with Jack, the Bogey Biker, and Kelly of Kelly Be Gliding. I didn't screw up your YouTube name that time, Kelly. Look at that. I'll just, one more time for good measure. Kelly Be Gliding. In the past video, I mentioned him. I had said Kelly Be Riding, I think. At any rate, I was supposed to go on that ride, and I was really, really excited about it. I had made it happen to where I could go. I'd figured it all out. Financially, I was going to go. We were going to have a great time. Super excited for, not only just the content for the channel, but also the camaraderie of the ride, which you heard me talk about in the video I just released yesterday. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to do that. I've seen and I've heard from people that were on the ride that it was phenomenal. They had a great time. So I'm really excited to see all those videos as they come out. And we're gonna be doing a lot of that stuff here on the channel. I think I'm gonna actually just plan a trip to the Three Twisted Sisters. Myself and I think Floyd, who you've seen on the channel previously, will join me for that. But anyway, I have a tendency to ramble, so I'm just that kind of guy. I'm very talkative. Probably doesn't make sense that I'm in sales, right? Where have I been? I was in northern Michigan, like I said. I was with a family member who is passing away. Was requested to be there. I found out 2 Fridays ago at about 7:30 at night. I had a plane ticket 2 hours later, and I was on my first flight Saturday morning, boarding the plane at 4:30 a.m. While I was boarding the plane, I was getting a phone call from individuals that lived in California, and I'm like, holy crap, like that's super early, what's going on? Come to find out that my family member had taken a turn for the worst, and it was a matter of, minutes, days, that everything was kind of gonna come to a head, and they were gonna be on their journey to the great beyond. So the first flight in was very difficult for me, wondering, am I making this trip to say goodbye to somebody who has already left and moved on, or will this person hold out for me to get there, seeing as how they wanted me to be there? And yet there was 2 flights. I had to go from Fort Worth to Detroit, then Detroit into Traverse City, Michigan on a much smaller plane, hop in a rental car and take that to Charlevoix, Michigan, which is where they were in the hospital. So it all worked out. I got there. They were still very coherent, very much in tune with things, very much understanding what was going on. And when I got into the room and I sat down next to them, they opened their eyes, they looked at me, and the first word out of their mouth was, man, how long has it been? And that just really hit extremely hard for me. I stayed strong throughout the whole time, and I've only had a couple of moments so far. As I'm recording this now, it's Sunday, it's November 10th, and they passed away at 4:39 a.m. Tuesday morning. So I got there Saturday, so I had 2 solid days with this individual, and I'd spent the night at the hospital Monday night. I was in a recliner next to them, and we were listening to all sorts of music that they enjoyed, from Frank Sinatra, lots of 70s music. Last song that they heard alive on the face of this earth was Joy to the World. How fitting, right? So that's messed with me a little bit, but I had to stay very strong. I couldn't sit there and cry over this individual, but to be, for them to say, how long has it been? And then a day after that, while hospice was started, and I'm not going to get too graphic with this, you guys, but just to kind of paint the picture, this individual had asked me to take care of them. You know, they looked at me and said, please take care of me. And I said, I got you. I'm not going anywhere. It was a very, very emotional experience. You know, having to watch somebody leave this world is tough enough, but when you're sitting there rubbing their head, holding their hand, explaining to them how proud of them you are, how strong they are, how, you know, they can go at any time they want. They don't have to stick around. They're not leaving anybody with pain or anger or stresses. Everything is good. Everything's taken care of. It's tough, man. And I've had my moments. I think, you know, the video that's going to come out next week, I got some really good footage and showed the beauty of northern Michigan. It's I think a video that would have been very loved by this individual. And I wasn't there to record stuff, but I figured, you know, if I'm doing YouTube, if this is what I'm doing and I'm putting a lot of time and energy and effort into, well, then I'm going to do that. So, and that's what I did. So the video that's going to come out next Sunday, make sure you tune into that, because that's going to be a really good video. I'm putting a lot of work and effort into it. And it's something totally different than what I've done. And I'm really, really excited to see where my editing skills are kind of coming together with my filming. And it's good. It's a story. It's going to be good. So that's where I've been, you guys. I was in northern Michigan. I was with a family member that was passing away based on request that I be there, and it was tough. So I was completely unplugged. I was gone from social media. That's why there was nothing going on. But I really feel the need to inform you guys and let you know. I don't want to be one of those inconsistent creators and have a channel where people, you know, tune in to watch videos. You know, they get accustomed to seeing videos released on a certain day, and then where's Robbie Stiff and Stiff Rides? I'm here. Family comes first, man. Loved ones, friends, things like that. There's nothing more important than that in life. Those are the people that have your back. Those are the people that will give the shirt off of their back for you in your lowest moments. And this individual had done that many times in my life. Was always so gracious, loving, just a fun person to be around, man. Their laugh was just so contagious. And, you know, don't ever lose sight of that. Keep that with you. Keep memories with you, and pick up the phone when loved ones call. When you have the opportunity to spend time with them, spend time with them, and enjoy every minute of it, because, you know, you never know when it's going to be time. You know, this person was way too young to be going through what they went through, and illness, disease, it's tough. It's really bad. Cancer is a nasty thing, I will say that. It did go very, very fast. This individual was diagnosed with their illness June of 2024. And here we are, November 5th, Tuesday, November 5th, 4:39 a.m. So that's it, guys. I'm sorry for the sappy video. Not trying to bum anybody out, nothing like that. Actually, it's the reverse of that. Just letting you guys know where I've been. Really appreciate everybody watching these videos. Thank you guys. All the comments that I got from people with their condolences, sympathy, all that stuff, I appreciate it. It does mean the world to me. So, all about the ride, all about the adventure. Stay safe out there. Later.